Lainey Nations making her debut. Amanda Byers, this will be her second fight, looking to get into the win column here tonight. What do you think about that nickname for Lainey Nations?
I love it. I'm all about the nice gimmicks. Lainey, the Russian Concussion Nation versus Amanda Byers.
Presented by Independent Tire Dealers. Your local independent tire dealer is a place where you will receive dependable service performed by dependable people. ITDRoll.com. It's time for the ladies' 3 rounds in the strawweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, she's fighting out of ATTHD from Kansas City, Kansas. Please welcome Lainey Nation. And her opponent standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. She trains at Glory MMA. And she hails from Knob-Noster, Missouri, introducing Amanda Byers. Your referee is Mike Inglis.
All right, here we go.
It's time to fight.
As we mentioned, the first female fight of the night for Kansas City Fighting Alliance number 19 here in Independence, Missouri. Early jabs by Lainey. Big punch landed.
Both fighters seem to be very fast.
Yeah, light on their feet, a lot of movement. A lot of early jabs from Lainey. Amanda throws a number 2 down the pipe.
The evolution of women's MMA is blowing up, as anyone would know that follows the sport. So it's cool to see such young girls here, and as green as they are, getting involved in the sport. And they both look really very good, especially for the little experience that they do have. Nice body kick from Amanda Byers.
Way to get out of a bad situation there with her back turned to her opponent. Amanda showing good head movement early on in this first round.
Yeah, I like how Lainey's hands are up real tight, and she's working that jab, being very technical, and Amanda's using more of a Tim Elliott-esque scrappy movement style here. So it's a clash of styles here, and I like both girls are using their styles very well. Really the biggest shot landed so far was Lainey at the very beginning, and now both fighters seem to be getting comfortable and starting to work their range and their strikes.
A lot of good head movement from Amanda Byers.
When Amanda Byers jumps in the pocket, scores 2 punches, then gets right out of there, in and out.
Ooh, big punch landed by Amanda.
James Krause looking for another kick for Amanda Byers. Amanda Byers seems to be listening very well, especially for this being only her second bout.
Lainey looks to be slowing down, maybe having an adrenaline dump, being this is her first fight. How do you react to that when you have the adrenaline dump in the middle of the round?
Adrenaline dumps, it's one of those things you got to get used to. You got to be able to control it and control your emotions, not get too high, but don't get too low. Nice head movement from Byers. I like the way Lainey's pressing the action, though. She's going after Amanda in a nice technical stance with her hands high. I like what I'm seeing from both fighters.
A lot of movement. 20 seconds left in the first round.
Nice kick from Amanda Byers, followed by a straight jab.
And as we end round 1, who did you like in that round?
You know, it was a high-paced round. Both fighters were looking, to land big punches. I don't know. Who do you have?
Well, I thought Amanda really controlled and dictated when the fight took place, so I would have favored her as far as just judging it. But as you mentioned, the fight started with a big punch landed by Lainey, so that one will be hard to judge. But just seeing what I saw, I would have gave that first round to Amanda.
Yeah, I definitely couldn't argue with that. The main story of round number 1 is good stuff from both fighters.
Definitely. Here's going to be the interesting part, and something that I always look forward to seeing in a debuting fighter is the second round. How do you react after the adrenaline is kind of dumped and now you're into the fight? How do you react? So
yeah,
we shall see.
We saw in that last bout between Austin Bass and Stefan Reagan was that first round was wild and hectic, and then you saw them kind of settle into their stances in rounds 2 and rounds 3. So let's see if we see a little bit, see Amanda settle down a little bit more in a stance instead of being so busy with her feet.
All right, as we start round 2, we got an early kick from Lainey.
Get the jab pumping, even if it doesn't touch it. It's more pace. There you go. Nice pace. Nice inside kick, man. Hey, let's go body to the kick.
Both girls still light on their feet as we get into the early part of round 2.
That movement's great. Yes, thank you. Sometimes, yes. Good pressure.
Amanda does a good job at following up her kicks with a couple punches. Even if she's not looking to score with them, she's throwing them out there to gain the distance. Nice high kick.
For someone who may not be training in MMA, what do the feints do as far as in the fight?
You know, a feint is really, basically feint means fake punch. So you have your real punches and you have your fake punches, and you want your fake punches to look like real punches so you can get a reaction from your opponent. You want your opponent to react, and then that's when you counter off their reaction.
Good exchange by both girls. Now Amanda pressing the action again.
Lainey finishes with a nice kick. Amanda Byers needs to be careful turning her back to her opponent. It hasn't played much of a factor yet, but it's something to be aware of if I was Lainey. And a nice kick from Lainey. Looks to score right up on top of the shoulder.
Kind of an uppercut punch there landed by Amanda.
She can't touch you. She's not hitting you at all. Bring the 2 to the body, please. Feint high and then go 2 to the body. Thank you. Keep going up there. Bring the 3 up top next time.
Again, good head movement by Amanda.
Yeah, Amanda does a really good job at making Lainey miss. Now she just needs to try to make her miss and then make her pay.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Nice punch from Lainey on the exchange.
Amanda with a glance to James Krause, getting more instruction as we end round 2 here, less than a minute.
Big kick to the body from Lainey. Amanda's definitely had Lainey's back towards the fence the greater half of this round here, which is going to definitely play a big part in the judges' eyes.
Another good kick there by Lainey. Neither girl trying to get the fight to the ground. Amanda pressing Lainey up against the cage. Looks to have a Muay Thai clinch up against around the head.
And there's 10 seconds left in round number 2. Amanda Byers has good head position here. And good control on the fence.
2 out.
All right, and that is the end of round 2. Another very competitive round by both girls. What did you like in that round?
You know, I loved Amanda's ability to take the center of the cage. I also loved Lainey's back kicks to the body. I believe it was her left kick she was scoring with. One thing I would like to see Lainey do a little bit better is try to stop circling with her back on the fence, maybe try to take the center. One thing I'd like to see Amanda do a little bit better is she's doing a good job of making her miss. Now maybe try to make her miss and make her pay. Great stuff from both fighters. I'm loving this here. It's great to see two fighters with, you know, only a combined fight of one fight in between them both to be this skilled, especially as women, because, you know, women's mixed martial arts still is pretty new, and so it's just evolving quickly.
Yeah, so far, one of the themes that I've noticed of this fight card is the debuting fighters or fighters with less than 5 fights really showing a lot of good poise and talent as they enter into the cage.
Yeah, and that's just a testament to the gyms they come from and the hard training they put in.
All right, we go into the third and final round. It is Kansas City Fighting Alliance number 19 in Independence, Missouri. Both girls with good exchanges. Lainey looks to be more of the aggressor here in the early part of third round.
There's that left kick from Lainey that I was mentioning earlier in between rounds. No 1-2 from Lainey, barely misses.
Amanda's corner calling for a lot of feints.
Nice big hand. Straight right hand.
Let's keep this pressure. This pressure is beautiful, just like that. Just like that, Amanda Byers. Good pressure. You're not tired at all. Let's go. Keep going forward. No stepping back. Keep the pressure. Keep the pressure forward. Feint her to death. Let's go. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Beautiful combination. Hey, don't chase her. Come on.
Great exchange. Amanda now being the more aggressor.
Amanda has definitely turned up the volume here in round 3. She seems to be in fantastic shape. Big right hand from Amanda Byers. Lainey tries to answer back, but Amanda's already gone.
Yes! 2 to the body from the top.
Yeah, Amanda definitely shows the better cardio. Oh, great punch landed.
3-punch combo lands for Amanda Byers.
Oh, her back is
big
turned.
punches from Amanda Byers.
This could be the end of the fight. Amanda again with more punches.
That right hand sneaking right between Lainey's
Still
guard.
aggressive.
Amanda's all over her.
This could be it.
Mike England's on the action. Spinning back fist from Lainey.
Oh, big kick.
Oh, and a spinning back fist. This is a wild fight.
Lainey looking to just survive here in the latter part of the third round.
Hey, split over right now. Split over right now. Split over right now. Yes.
Boom. A big right hand from Amanda Byers. That right hand's landing all night. And a jab. Another right hand.
Lainey looking to move, but keeps getting punches landed on her. Seems like she can't get out of this barrage of violence. And here we go, Amanda with more punches, has her up against the cage. Has her in somewhat of a headlock position. What would you describe this position as, Anthony?
She's close to a bulldog choke here. Now she squares back up with good head position. Now she's got more control. There, that last, and big punches on the break. Mike England's all over the action here. Lainey keeps turning her back towards the action.
Amanda very vicious in this third round, landing a lot of volume of strikes. Looking to take her down here as we end the third round. Not stopping the pressure.
20 seconds left in this bout. Final 10 seconds.
Big punch landed by Amanda. And that is the end of the fight. Very impressive fight by both ladies.
Great fight. You know, for that being Lainey's debut and Amanda's only second amateur fight, that was awesome to see. Great pace. Both fighters were in great shape.
Another great fight as we continue the night of action here at Kansas City Fighting Alliance number 19. Yeah, Amanda definitely shows the better cardio. Oh, great punch landed.
3-punch combo lands for Amanda Byers.
Oh, the back is turned. This could be the end of the fight. Amanda again continuing the pressure, not letting Lainey breathe at all. Yeah, very impressive fight there by both ladies.
I'm going to give the nod to Amanda Byers on this one. You know, the first round was very competitive, but as the second and third round went on, you could kind of tell that Amanda's conditioning and cardio kind of pulled her through it, and the volume was a little bit too much for Lainey to deal with. But, you know, another example of just 2 amateur fighters where I feel like both fighters got better out of this fight, and both fighters have a bright future, so props to both young fighters.
Yeah, one of the themes that I noticed in that fight was that Amanda kept the pressure on Lainey, not allowing her to breathe when she had her hurt.
Yeah, and that's one of those things where, you know, skill can take you so far, but also pressure and cardio can take you to a whole nother level. And when you combine those 2 things, it can be a scary thing. Amanda doesn't even seem to be breathing out.
Once again, let's Let's hear a round of applause for both fighters. We now go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Brett Miller and Ross Swanberg scored about 30-27, and Marcus Danforth scores about 30-26. All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, fighting out of the red corner, Amanda Byers.
Very impressive first win for Amanda Byers as she picks up the victory over the debuting Lainey Nations.